To just hop on casually. Tell me what's supposed to happen here. Doing these mix. Okay, thanks. Just doing a whole bunch of. Here we go. Waiting on Kelly Clarkson. Things I never thought I'd see in my life.
Okay, so I want to know the questions that you crossed off.
Nope. Hey, girl.
I'm like, you can ask me anything.
You know what, though? We have a very short period of time, so I want to make them the best ones that I can.
Okay, I will be short and concise. I'm never that, but I will aim.
No, it's all good. It's just I know that you've done a whole bunch, and I'm sort of last on the list, and I just want to make sure that I bring the stuff you haven't done all day.
Okay, perfect.
But how are you, by the way?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You know, we love you here in Boston. We love you at Mix. You've been such a great partner for the station. You did Mix Fest for us, the Beach House.
Oh my God, for the last almost 20 years now, y'all have been a really good partner. So thank you.
We had your birthday party in the back parking lot of the
Yeah.
radio station that year.
Yeah.
So obviously, let's talk first about "I Dare You," the song that came out today. And I think a lot of us thought this was something you wrote in quarantine and you were just sending out to the world. When in fact, this is quite a year or so in the making, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually, I received this song like a little over a year ago. And so this project's been in the making for a while. I mean, it just took time because just to, see which artists we wanted to choose, like to see if they like the message and to see who I'd duet with well. And I had this idea to do different languages for a while now, just because I grew up singing opera in different languages. So I'd always wanted to do it, but this song kind of came along at a perfect time. And it's so crazy though. Yeah, we were talking about it, the artist, on a Zoom call, my show. And I was like, well, the timing of this is insane. It's ironic. Like, it's like you've never needed a message like this more, and I think there's been a few songs released right now that people had already been working on that just happen to be, I know Julia Michaels had one out too, but it's just kind of a really cool thing that God, the universe, works in mysterious ways and has things happen for a reason.
So you did it in 5 different languages other than English, yes?
Yeah, there's 6 total languages and 5 different ones. Yeah.
What was the hardest word to sing?
The hardest word?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it wasn't
that German
really
gets real guttural in there.
No one has ever asked that, and that's actually very funny because this part in is the Hebrew, and this really fast part in the song. It just goes, and it's like, it's not fast in their language, it's not fast if I'm singing English, but like that part of the song, that little pre-chorus, little whoo, in almost every language, that was so hard. But the Hebrew, it was pretty. The Hebrew and the Arabic were the hardest for me.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing sounds remarkable. The video you guys put together sort of
I did my
very
best.
quickly. Honey, no, it just, and I love this. I love these things that are sort of coming out with people singing into a computer with an earbud. They're so much realer than they would have been in the studio anyways.
Yeah, they're not as polished. I like the rawness. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I feel that the Olympic sport of this quarantine era is online shopping. And and I don't know about you, but I've made some purchases, but I have one that will probably knock anybody else's off the list. Have you done any online shopping? And if so, did you wake up the next morning and go, I did what?
Yes. And usually it's because I'm doing things for so many people. They're like, wait, I need this. And it's going to take 2 weeks to get here for school. So I don't even remember all the things. But the last one I did was a Peloton bike.
Oh, okay.
I know, it just came in yesterday and I was like, look, I can't leave Montana 400 pounds. This can't happen. So I was like, and it's snowing outside and I don't have any gear for that to work out. So yeah, I just did my first Peloton workout this morning. It's hard and it hurts your butt, but whatever.
That's beyond me. I bought a thing called Tap Fit, Kelly, where you get these things that go on the bottom of your shoes that have little tap things on them. And then you learn dances. So you get fit, but you learn to shuffle up to Buffalo before you're done. Yeah, that's going to be me in my living room here in about a week.
I love it. Oh my God. My kids, honestly, this is ridiculous. I bought one of those little like light things. It's like a globe and you plug it in and it creates like a dance party vibe. Because my kids love dance parties. I should have got a fog machine. It would have made it that much better. I'm just saying.
You can still do it. Jeff Bezos will sell you anything. It's cool.
Yeah, honestly, God bless all those people still keeping our lives going with online shopping, because even things like pencils and pen. Like we didn't have a lot of school supplies here. Like our ranches, like we bought like little under a year ago. We don't have a lot of stuff here. So man, God bless all those workers really delivering for us, like literally.
And you're in Montana, so
yeah. But and yeah, and
my
it's,
sister
they're putting their lives at risk, like doing that for us.
For
so
sure.
It's cool.
You have a real history of standing up for yourself, and it started from the beginning. From before American Idol, you were offered radio record contracts that you said, hard pass if you're telling me I have to lose 20 pounds, or I have to do this. Yeah. And that sort of continued through your career with the Clive stuff, and the, you know, even as far as the picture at The Voice that you were like, those boobs aren't mine. And I
know what you're talking about. I was like, what happened?
I think that it takes such integrity, something that was inside of you that isn't inside the many of us women that don't feel like we can do those things. So if you could say one thing to a woman out there that's, you know, on her way up for whatever career it might be, but is thinking, I can't do this because I'm the woman, please give something to them.
Yeah, I mean, this sounds so much like I'm talking to my 5-year-old, but literally I do think it comes down to simple things of like, I might not be the hottest thing on the planet or the greatest singer on the planet or the smartest person on the planet or all these things on the planet, but I'm me and nobody can be that. And this is what I'm rocking. And and what makes me happy. And I always say, especially for people in our line of work, that, you know, there's always so many people that have things to say and cooks in the kitchen about what we're doing or saying or thinking or wearing or whatever. Don't look at that. Like, you don't need it. Because if you look at it, you're either going to look at all the praise and then think stuff doesn't stink, or you're gonna think you're horrible because you're gonna listen to the negative. And it's like, you don't want to be an egocentric turd, but you also don't want to be a depressive, like, you know, person crawling in a hole. So I mean, I literally do think it comes down to, because people are always like, how are you so confident? I'm confident because I'm the only one that's me, and like that's really cool. Like on the planet, like nobody else can be me. Like, and that's everyone can say that. And it's so basic, but it's so true. And I just think if people are truthful with themselves, like I have a lot of friends that aren't, and they're miserable and they're unhappy and they're making decisions in life based on that fear or based on all those things holding them back. And it's just, I don't know, it's just silly. You only get one life. Unfortunately, I've had a few young people die in my life when I was younger. And I learned early on that you only have so much time on this planet. And like, why waste it worrying about what other people think or saying? Like, be happy.
I'm sorry.
That's it.
Also, Egotistic Turd, my new band name. That was
Egotistic Turd is your band name.
And Kelly, I know that a lot of people, I'm sure whenever you meet them, they say to you, you know, this song spoke to me. This song I played at my wedding. This song got me through a really deep time. And I just very selfishly want to say to you that this quarantine, strange days, I live by myself, which I know many people with kids go, oh, I wish. 2 days, you'd be back home.
But it can be isolated. That's hard.
It's terrifyingly bad. And every few days I have a moment where I'm like, it's going to cry, and I'm just going to cry, and it's going to be okay. And
oh my God, I have children and I cry. So like,
totally. We all have this anxiety. We all have this. And everybody's plight is the same. And I was in my kitchen and the shuffle was on, and What Doesn't Kill You came on. And then I started to sing it really loudly. And then I realized, it's about an ex-boyfriend. But then I started thinking of it as, instead of this ex-boyfriend, it's my depression. It's my anxiety. Yeah. And so I just started singing, doesn't kill you, make you stronger. And I just
I love it.
And
like, people do that with that song.
Alone, it all fits perfectly for that.
No, it's so funny. Like, I know it's about a relationship, that song, but every meet and greet, every person I've ever met in Target, like wherever I am, it's never about a relationship. It's always about some huge obstacle like cancer, or like just some huge thing happening in their lives, or depression, like you said, or any kind of mental illness. Like all of that stuff always gets said to me about that song. It's never generally about the actual lyric in like the verses. But I think that's what's good about, and that's why, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I had like a moment the other day. I looked at my husband and I was like, look, this is really like, it's not fair. Like, I don't feel like smiling, and I don't feel like being on camera and saying everything's going to be okay. And I don't feel like, because I don't feel that. And I'm very transparent, and you can tell I'm lying, and I don't want to do that. And so it's fine. I think there are days that we all like I suffer from depression. I haven't been in that in a minute, but this setting is like not good for people like us. So it's you know, it's really hard for, depending on what your personality is and just how you are. And so it can be, you know, there's a really hard days and then there's really good days. And you try and stay positive, but sometimes it just sucks and that's fine.
But when it sucks, you can go to the kitchen and sing really loudly, and then you feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
So
well, I don't go to the kitchen and sing. I go to the kitchen and eat because I'm an emotional eater. So so that's why I bought the Peloton. Because I'm like, mama can't be putting on more weight, y'all. I was like, I got to get out of here.
I feel you.
It's hard.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us today. It means the world to us here in Boston. We love you. And
I have always loved y'all. Thank you so much for the support. I know. I can't wait to see you in person and hug.
So many hugs.
I know. It's like I'm really dying to hug people. It's fine.
I'm going to French kiss the first person I see when it's a fucker. That's it.
Even if you don't want it.
Don't care if they won't want you. Never. All right, Kelly,
all right,
be good.
Stay healthy. All right, bye.
Bye-bye. I don't know how to get out of this. Okay. Okay, so how was it? She's a pretty cool lady, yeah? Thank you guys so much for tuning into this. I really